Hi class, Dr. Cywert talking about management, actually combining last week and this week. So I like how motivation goes into the groups and the teams because I think we all are motivated in some way to perform, and particularly if we're a manager, we need some type of motivation usually to get the job done. Let's put it that way. A lot of time the motivation is going to be money, and that's okay. A lot of people just like to see a job well done. That's great. We can combine the two. That's always a plus, I think. So, what kind of things you find motivating as a manager, and what other managers do to motivate is an interesting phenomena, I guess. Um, things that have motivated me probably were money, but there were other things too. Like I'm real competitive, so something that made me competitive would motivate me. Not everybody's that way, but that's me. So if we had a task and we had to do something and it was a motivational thing and it was like a contest, I'd be like all about that. So anyway, different ways people are motivated. That's not going to be everybody. You're going to have the person there that, maybe is very quiet. We don't know what motivates them until we talk to people and kind of understand a little bit about them. It'll be hard to know what is motivating for other people. So obviously a good thing is talking to your employees and just getting to know them a little bit is helpful in trying to get your goals accomplished. And so then we walk that into the groups and teams, which is perfect for motivation because as managers, we're going to be managing groups and teams. And so we need some type of motivational skill because if a manager just comes and says to me, do this by da da da, I would like to know a little bit about what I'm doing, maybe, so I can do it properly and get it in a manner that makes sense and is on time. So there are probably people that still do that, and you guys have probably still had bosses like that, but really for efficient and effective teamwork, groups and teams, we need to have the goal outlined somewhat and really maybe explained to us. And even down the line a little bit, I think about the Boeing 737 MAX. I rode on that airplane before it got grounded. And if I was an employee, I'd like to know when are we thinking it's going to get back in the air? Yes, it's in the air now, but apparently it had another problem. So, if I'm working on that, that's my whole job. So give me some details about some things. I don't need to know every detail, but help me with my job to be able to get it done so we get that plane back in the air safely. So the end result might be something huge, like getting this airplane back in the air, but we are small parts of that. And that's very fulfilling, I would think, because I'm sure they worked overtime even through the pandemic to try to get this airplane back in the air. That's not a stigma any airplane manufacturer wants to have. So as we go into this now, I enjoyed on the groups and teams and influencing the stages of team development, which was on 394 in my text. Talked about forming, storming, norming, and performing, and adjourning. So those are I thought some really great ways to break up how the process is done. Because at first, we don't know, we don't know what the mission is. So we're forming, and then we're going to storm, we're going to have our ideas or brainstorming or, come back or do some research possibly. Our norming and performing, and then of course adjourning. When we're done, maybe we go to the next goal, that kind of thing. But I thought that was kind of a neat parody of how we do in groups and teams. So think about your groups and teams. Some of them are effective, some of them could probably use some work. And maybe some work from me, possibly. But just think about those kinds of things, what kind of manager you want to be, what manager you can be if you're in a company right now and you have, guidelines that you can, you have to go by, that kind of thing. But just think about how you're managed or how you want to manage. Can you do a better job? Probably you guys can because you have some educational tools in your belt here. So just as you're going through these last chapters, try to think about you as the manager and taking these skills with you as you go along. So I will talk to you later. Bye.